And with me in the studio to discuss on Eid-El-Fitr and consolidating the gains of Ramadan is Professor Afeez Oladosho, a former Dean, Faculty of Arts, University of Ibadan. Is an Islamic scholar. Professor Oladosho, you're welcome to Panorama Studios.
Having me. And happy Eid to fellow Nigerians. I pray that Allah make this a continuous experience for us. Here on earth, inshallah.
Eid Mubarak to you too. Thank you for being here again. It's the celebration today, the first day of Shawwal.
No.
What's the significance of the festival?
Your colleagues who have reported so far appear to have captured some of the most salient lessons inherent in this occasion. One could, as a summary, mention divinity, the opportunity that Ramadan affords the Muslims to recognize their origin, the origin of the world, that it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is the owner, the creator, the cherisher, and the sustainer of the world. It is from him all authority ensues. So it's the one who legislates, instructs that Muslims should, believers should embark on this, on this exercise, which is fasting this month of Ramadan. You connect divinity with humanity. Allah addresses the believers, but for a purpose, to call their attention to their humanity, that they are human beings. To be human is to be born of the woman. And to be born of the woman is to be on earth to experience constant or occasional lack of what you would desire to make your life comfortable.
Okay, I'll come to that issue of the woman. Now let's go to other obligations that they had to observe this month of Shawwal.
They have to. We had to observe fasting from early in the morning till evening. We refer to the two as sahur, the early morning meal. Then at the break time, we refer to that as iftar. So we were expected to abandon, to leave aside all sorts of comfort that we used to experience during normal daily living. We are also expected to create adversity, so to say, even if we live in prosperity, keeping in mind that millions of other fellow citizens, fellow compatriots like ours are in that situation on a permanent basis. Okay. So that's very key. Not to forget the spiritual dimension. When you fast the way you are expected to fast, the Prophet ﷺ reminds us of that. Man sama Ramadan, iman wa ihtisaban. Whosoever fasts the way he has been enjoying, he is connecting with Almighty Allah. His soul is lifted up. If he does that the way he is expected to do it, if he says, oh Allah, if you call on him, Allah says he's going to answer the call. If he says this is what I want, Allah was ready to answer the call because he has also answered the last call. That's why Allah in ayah 186 of chapter 2, Allah says, after you have fasted the way I joined you to do, if you present to me any of your needs, be sure that I'm going to answer those. Attend to.
And now, how do we bring all this to bear on the present economic situation in the country?
On the journey, I learned from a fellow passenger who said that he's not a Muslim, but he's a dealer in foodstuffs. He said the kind of sale that he made during Ramadan, he hardly experiences it on other occasions. So there's no doubt in the fact that there's a big connection between the month of Ramadan and our economic life. So for Muslims who fasted, they were doing their transaction, their trading in the utter consciousness of the Almighty. They were told to avoid all acts of infractions, not to deceive the buyer, not to pad the measurement, as we experience sometimes in Bodija. So that has a very big impact on our economic life. Aside from that, the rich are also expected to give out. It's the charity dimension to the month of Ramadan. We're expected to be compassionate. We're expected to have feelings for those who do not have, like we do. So this is key. This is very, very important. we Muslims are expected to continue that, along that trajectory, even after Ramadan is passed. So
now, let me go back to the issue of the importance of women during Ramadan. Now, this is not gender bias, I'm a woman, but the importance of women during that, how do you now consolidate on the things they've done during Ramadan and to ensure that moving on, they continue?
Our women, our sisters, they know that it's only Allah who can reward them. No man can do that. No husband can do that. So once they have that belief, then the assignment is discharged. So, but having said that, as a husband who is dutiful, who is aware of his responsibility, we're expected to do more for our women. Okay. Let's assist them even in the kitchen. Let's attend to their desire, to their needs. Let's provide those things that will make their life easier than what it used to be, before the month of Ramadan. The Muslim husband, men generally, the best of us is not the one who is hard on their women. The Prophet said the best of you is the one who is the kindest of you to his wife. So we are expected to continue on that trajectory even after Ramadan is gone. A quick one. Somebody saw a Muslim who was kind and very compassionate in the month of Ramadan. As soon as Ramadan went, ended, he was seen sitting in a setting that completely negates what he was taught in the month of Ramadan. Then somebody said, that's the way they do. When Ramadan comes, they behave like angels. After Ramadan is gone, they join the Beelzebub. I say that Muslim probably did not fast. Because if he had fasted, he would have known that God does not disappear even after Ramadan.
So going on from now, Muslims are expected to remain faithful and piety and then continue
to keep in mind
with the spirit of giving.
Ramadan taught them that God does not go on holiday. God does not, it's always there 24/7.
Thank you very much, Professor Oladoshu, for coming on, and we know we have learned more and more on the month of Ramadan and Shawwal.